I nearly took him out the ring.
From the crowd.
And Strickland thought I was talking about, me next for sparring him. He texts me, what weight are you? And I goes, oh no, I'm too big for you. Check my DMs one day. Yeah, for all the fucking haters out there saying this and that or whatever, Ricci found me.
Welcome back, everyone, to episode 3 of the Crack House podcast. Very special guest today. We have the hottest prospect in all of boxing, the best boxer in Ireland, the world maybe, Callum Walsh, and the GOAT of the UFC, one of the best fighters in the UFC, Tabatha Ricci.
Some intros, but
yeah,
how about me? Are you going to give me something?
I had that way better in my head. I'm way off. Yeah.
Give me something as well, boy. Pick me up a little bit.
Because I need something in. I need something in. I don't have it, you see.
Wrap it up now.
Oh,
I
give you then the European, and I give the old meat.
Go to the UFC.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Right. Do you want to start with a question or something? Because we just get the flow going.
How are you enjoying your time in Ireland?
That's where I live. It's grand to be fair, because we were here in December, sure, and I brought her here in December, and it was freezing and there was nothing to do.
At least there's a bit of sunshine this time for you.
Yeah, nice weather. No, we only got one bad day to be fair, so it was grand. So we're doing a few.
I'll never forget when you were here in December last time. I was playing a football match in Cove.
You came down to watch it?
No, Tabatha was there. I've never seen someone colder in my whole. I was actually on the pitch looking over. She was like that.
She was tucked up against the fence by the
one thing you can't do is be on the fence, and she was
I came off and she was like, you have to be warming up.
No, I was. But even for me, I was like, this is cold.
I was telling Colin, I will only come back in the summer.
Yeah.
That's
a good call. I think it was
cold.
Wasn't the best call to bring her for our first trip to Ireland in December?
I'm sure I was dying to go home. But the worst thing was, right, we went to Brazil first year. And in December out there in the summer or whatever. So it was roast. It was like 40
degrees. You were the opposite thing. You were fucking sweating balls.
It was like 40 degrees when we were out there. And next thing I go, I'm back to Cove. So.
From Brazil to Cove.
Stop. I was out there playing football on the sand by back to Cove then.
Did you play football on the sand here?
Oh, we did.
Did you try it?
Oh, no, we didn't.
December, we did.
No, in December.
Yeah.
Where?
We played
with
we played in AstroTurf.
Not in the sand, no, on the beach, like on the beach. We were
a
bit too windy, I'd say.
We were playing on they have foot volleyball, you know. It's
like a little pretend beach.
Yeah,
it's fake, is it?
They have the volleyball net, you know. You're banging out the old.
You see some of them in videos there. They be doing to keep you uppy. About 5 or 6 of them, and they're unbelievable.
They were all there playing, and the ball come over, man, passing the other fella, then they pass it back. Every time the balls come over, they were snapping. I was just clearing it back. Because they were like, you get the ball off, and you give 2 or 3 passes. Because you couldn't, like, you can't control, like, because you're only touch it once, obviously. So you have to like off the chest or off the knee.
And
setting up set up the next.
That's the classic.
Because you have to set up your next pattern or whatever. The ball did serve the ball off, and next thing I'm over the header.
I can picture all the boys giving the old. Wow, this fella again. There's no worse than one shit fella.
Came over.
I see.
I was too well though.
I keep seeing them now on my TikTok recently, but all the Brazilians.
Yes,
it's unbelievable. We'll talk about the fight you just had. What about it? Unbelievable. Happy days. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming.
You haven't been on it since, have you?
No.
Any podcast?
Well, I've done a couple of interviews already, but that was it. Done Red FM or whatever. But that was mostly about just coming home. They asked me if I'm going to fight back home.
And that's confirmed now.
Apparently, that's what Dana
said.
That's what Dana said,
straight away almost. Immediately after the fight, he put it up.
He was on the buzz, I'd say.
He's seen the finish that. He was
on the blower. Get it up now! Post it!
I can see him back on until live with that now.
Is he going to come? He'll have to come.
He's fucking doing the whole thing, man.
Definitely, right.
That'd be unbelievable.
He told me, he's like, we're doing the whole thing, like, that's it.
And he loves Ireland.
He said, I don't care whether there's UFC on, anything, we're going, just going doing it.
So he bunked UFC to go to that? That's unreal.
Yeah, because he was like, he was telling me, he was like, when we brought McGregor back to Dublin, he was like, when he won, it rained, beer for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He was buzzing. He was like, it literally rained for like 5 minutes. They were inside there. McGregor's at the window and everyone started throwing their drinks. He goes, it was raining for like 5 minutes. It was the best thing ever. So he's buzzing.
He's hungry for that buzz again.
He's hungry for the rain, yeah. He's
hungry for the rain. There'll be 2 pints.
I was thinking,
I'm going to hop it off his head.
Oh my God.
I'll win now with pour bucket alcohol.
Everyone just tagging dead.
You'll be standing there with your mood open, I'd say.
Oh, they'll be all tired.
He'll be sick now, yeah. When I win,
100 pints for one direction.
It was just happening.
Bottles, everything.
He'd be delighted.
Oh, that's
I was told to ask you why you breaking into gaffs when you were.
Oh yeah, they go to.
There was a video on Instagram that you hopping in the window.
That's my nan's
Oh,
gaff.
yeah.
Oh, it's your nan's gaff. Thank
Yeah,
God.
she was gone and I was just my nan was gone by and I was dying for a piss and she was like
He's like, I'm not waiting for her.
I goes, I'm not
Very
waiting.
claiming,
I
very
goes,
good claiming.
I goes, I'm not waiting and she was getting back into the car and I was just scaling the wall. She goes, I goes, I'm not waiting. She does head back off into the car.
Imagine having to ring day now.
Spider-Man.
I'm going to be out of fighting for a few weeks there. I sprained my ankle. How would you do it? I was breaking
I
into
wonder
my
would
nan's
they
gaff.
care about that kind of shit? Nah.
I've done it
Claiming
before.
walls and stuff.
To be fair, no, though, there's plenty of
But I've been doing that now
you
for a
know.
while. Like, you know,
If you're doing it during a fight week and stuff, then they'd be sick.
Yeah, but I've been doing that for a while now. You know what I mean? I have the whole trick for getting
No,
up.
I
The whole joke, an average fella now wouldn't get up there. Like.
No.
Because everyone was commenting saying, oh, I have to show them to the break into gap. No, but
You have the map, but
you
there's
would.
only one map there.
I have every crack on the wall. I have all the cracks so I know how to get up there. That's it.
And did you know he was going to do it, or did you just?
No, I was going back to the car and I looked in the side of it. He was Spider-Man.
In order to be seen.
I goes, I'm not waiting. She's trying to get back in the car. There it is, up in the window.
I was just thinking.
It's dodgy by when you're like right near the window because you have to go from here straight to the window.
Yeah, that was a big. You went fucking warm.
That's the one.
And if you
miss that one,
that's like
you're truly
you're
back
going
in,
in.
you're back in the
You're
doorstep.
kind of going in there. You're going back.
Yeah.
You want to put some Vaseline on the windowsill now, so no one else tries
I'm
it.
sure my nan locks the windows now.
She's free.
Oh yeah, she got mad.
Yeah, she was not.
Like,
Or she.
she locked the window.
She goes, I knew you'd be up there.
I just think what your neighbours were thinking, or her neighbours, when they look out the window.
They're all fucking.
He's back.
Yeah.
They're all old people. Never didn't
No, they wouldn't care.
none.
Straight in the windy.
How are things going for you, Tabatha, with the UFC? Any fights in the pipeline?
Not yet. Wish we can fight in September.
So both of you be fighting in September?
Yeah, sure. UFC Paris on after the week. Well,
Oh fuck.
I would love to fight in UFC.
after my fight back here in September, hopefully, then UFC Paris as well, September 28th or something like that.
So would you do your last week of fight camp here in Ireland?
Yeah.
But she would have to do like and then fight week in Paris. It would have to work out as in like we'd both come back here and I'd do my fight week here, then I'd fight and then we'd have to go to
for her
Paris then for her fight week.
That'd be sick. UFC Paris is unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Yeah, a great crowd as well.
Every year, it's
Great
like
crowd.
one of the biggest ones. My buddy went here last year and he just said it was insane.
Mm.
Like the atmosphere and stuff in there.
Yeah, I haven't been fighting yet outside of the US. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, no.
Europeans were notorious for going mad.
Yeah.
To be fair.
That's the football energy, you know.
That's the football
chanting
buzz,
and
especially in France where they actually go mental.
Yeah, we're gonna ask for that anyway.
Yeah.
That'd be sad.
That'd be sick. And what would you do for the fight camp? Like, would you bring for the week you're here? Would you bring your coaches?
Oh yeah, I'll bring my team.
To Ireland.
Unreal.
Yeah.
My
whole team wants to come to watch you.
That'd be unbelievable.
If you want, anyway, you can use me for low kicks again.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'll just stand there for the
We'll have to insert the footage, boy, and watch what's happening in my leg. I'll be in football tonight.
You only got 10%.
No, boys.
He'd be telling everyone, Ricci gave me a low kick.
It wasn't that sore, but it felt like if it was hard, game over.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Imagine that over and over.
No, I never had a kick there like that.
Did you ever get stopped with low kicks?
Have
you ever been stopped by low kicks? I did.
That's rare enough, isn't it?
I seen her sparring a girl before, but I actually felt bad for her.
Oh yeah.
For the girl?
No, yeah, but
because you were kicking the legs off her.
Oh, but he said no. This was actually like I was just like, and you won't just toughed it out. You know, she was just.
Some of them old girls,
but during the spar, her leg was bruising. Like,
oh yeah.
Like it was bruising. Her legs were bruising.
And we were just drilling. Actually.
They were drilling.
We were drilling. But you're always.
I think you're always going to be hard. Yeah, they were just drilling.
We were drilling.
But she was always going to be hard, and then she was going to be harder. And then
the classic.
Her legs are more conditioned. You know, and I felt bad. But
the classic.
I was like, but I was giving you
the winces. Yeah.
I could see it was getting all.
You were going to throw in the towel for her, like.
It was black and blue. It was black and blue by the end of it, but I was just like, that is a bad one. And all here too.
I got stopped with low kicks once, and it was like the weirdest thing because I didn't like the pain was there, but it wasn't so bad to stop. But my leg just stopped working. Like I was walking, like I was moving around, and it would just start buckling.
You know what's funny now with that is I always think of this. It's like fellas who sit down and even like me, like fellas who don't get kicks like that before. I'd be watching the UFC like, how is he goosed? But in your head you're like, even when you see it on TV, it's like, okay, you're kicking but it's not sore. And then you feel it and you think, no wonder the boy's legs just vanish.
Yeah.
Because I often used to watch him be like, just tough her out by a few little kicks. Lad, dad, if you got that full force, one.
And the calf kick's even worse.
Calf is worse.
Way worse.
When you're up close and personal with the UFC, then when you're sitting there watching it, and then you see the boys and they start
that's
swelling
it.
out.
Who was it we were fighting that was swelling so much?
That was
someone that you fought or someone that you were watching?
No, we were watching and his calf
was it Yori?
Oh, Max Holloway.
Oh, Max Holloway. How?
His calf was huge.
Against Gaethje, yeah. How did he show nothing? He was like loading up into him, bang.
I'm sure even Strickland's calf there.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Two kicks, but you see them, they were
and they did look sore them ones.
But then he went away from it as well. Cost to stop doing it. He didn't.
Because he hurt himself from the.
Oh, when he clashed in, I remember seeing that.
What was the last card you were at?
That one I'd say was it.
300, was it? No, you won.
No.
Oh, Tabatha as well. What about 300? You were at that?
Oh yeah, we were.
How good was that?
Was
what was the crowd like when Holloway knocked out Gaethje?
Well, you should see. Did you see the video I have on my phone?
No, you must send it to Luke and we'll put it in the video.
Oh my God. I'm going to send Luke the video.
Send him a load or so.
I have
Paris was next to me.
Yeah, we're sitting next to you.
Yeah, that was so sad.
No,
he was screaming and I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
The worst thing is like obviously you like Gaethje, the little fight,
that shit's
crazy.
Yeah, you have to go crazy no matter what.
I seen it and I was like, oh, jumped up, and then I looked down and she was giving Gaethje's mother a hug.
Oh,
she was like, obviously you feel
so sad.
No, but you feel bad from obviously boys.
And did you rein it in then? Did you rein it in when you saw that?
That knockout. The last second.
No, that was
UFC
insane.
300.
Yeah.
I'm going demented.
Yeah.
I'm going demented for that.
Yeah. I think everyone did. Everyone went demented.
You have to go demented.
Was it dead after that then? A bit for the next fight. I think Dana was saying like, oh, was it two girls were after that?
Yeah.
Zhang Wei
Li was fighting the other girl after that, and that was a sick fight too, though.
It was a Wei Li.
It was Wei Li and
that was a good fight though.
Great fight, but I think the energy was like.
Oh no, the two Chinese,
Wei
Li and Zen.
And Zen, that's it. And she was out cold from the choke and
then she woke up then and went again.
The main event was Pereira and Jamal Hill. Yeah.
But you know, I literally just before Jamal Hill got knocked out, I said to her, Pereira's going down to the body.
Oh,
he's going down to the body.
Yeah.
He's going to throw the hook now and he's going to land.
Up to the
head.
head.
And he literally just threw the hook and knocked him out.
Yeah.
I could see, I knew the way he was going down to the body with the jab, that he was waiting for Jamal to give it the...
Yeah.
That was a good setup.
And did you think that what he was saying, what Jamal Hill was saying, that it was a bit unfair that he got... Remember that Herb Dean stepped in and then stepped away?
Yeah.
I was kind of...
It's obviously unfair when you lose, because you're thinking, I'm after losing. But realistically, like it was a good... I thought about that, it was a few seconds after, like.
But
4 seconds or something.
Like when the referee steps in, I know he should have stopped it or whatever. But like he was after getting kicked in the balls and he was like, I'm grand. You know what I mean? Is he still like he got kicked in the balls?
It was more.
Like,
it was less. I'm grand. More. Fuck off.
Yeah, I know. But it was still like, you know, he was just checking like, do you want to stop or not? Like, you know.
The most important thing is if Jamal knew they were still fighting and he could tell he clearly did. Like.
Okay,
he wasn't like, oh, we're stopped. He was still.
But it was so funny though when Pereira was walking in, Jamal was in the cage.
And
Pereira shoots the thing and he goes,
yeah, that was so funny though.
He snaps it, didn't it?
He lost his mind.
He's a funny good though. Jamal is a
he is. And he's a great.
I couldn't stop laughing. I see Pereira walking in, everyone's so serious. Jamal isn't like that.
I never took to Jamal though. Like I never liked him.
Why not?
He's not that very popular, I don't think, with like the common UFC fan. Like,
and he's a good fighter, boy. Very good. Very entertaining to watch.
Always making jokes.
And your
would you know him personally to meet him? Yeah.
You have to meet them all, boy. Your buddy just won, Kevin Holland.
Oh yeah.
He's a Dan, isn't he? I was only telling Shane that you were in the sauna with him, but you didn't wear stuff before.
I was in the sauna with him as well.
He was in the sauna with Kevin Holland before, and I was like, sure, Callum was in the sauna with Kevin Holland before.
No, you helped him training.
I wasn't in the sauna with him.
Where were you with him again?
I was helping him train for one of his fights.
Oh yeah, I thought you were in the sauna with him.
No, I was helping him for boxing.
Was a
fight week.
your man, the fight he lost against that.
Hamza? No.
No, against the Australian or.
Oh, Jack Della.
Yeah.
I trained Jack Della over in London.
Jack
He's a
Della.
very good boxer.
Yeah,
very
I was
good.
the boxer with Kevin Holland for that.
Yeah, but
Only
Kevin
like-
Holland wasn't the boxer, you know.
Yeah, but it was only did like 1 hour. It was the day of the fight.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I just helped him to shake out, like, yeah.
But didn't he have
Because
any
I was in
like?
Vegas and he was like, "Oh, you in Vegas here? You help me there just for the shake out."
Did he do any boxing in preparation for Jack Della?
No idea. He just
Look,
asked,
the mic is small, but they're just to be.
he just asked me. I keep putting up, but he keeps going, "How do we tighten it?"
She's falling back
Twist the
down.
yoke. That's Rob. Fuck's sake. like.
Rob, yeah.
It keeps because I keep seeing it going.
Yeah.
I just tighten it.
Yeah, that's great.
It keeps
Um,
dipping down.
Do you know what you were saying about being next to Gaethje's mum and dad when he got knocked out? When I was in the green room when Chris Weidman was fighting Dominic Reyes, and his kids were in there, but they had the kids on the iPads during the fight. But I could see the oldest boy was like looking over, and then he got knocked out, and the young fella just started screaming, crying.
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
sad, babe,
No,
yeah.
it's so sad.
Oh
It
my
breaks
God.
my heart.
No,
Yeah.
sure.
So
Talking about kids, boy. Talking about kids now.
The boss still laughing.
Wait a second here now.
Talking about kids. I had to change up to a funny story because I didn't want to get caught laughing. But I was sitting next to Gilbert Burns and his 2 kids when Strickland jumped over the oak to fight your man.
Oh,
So I have
Oh, when he
videos
fought
of that.
Drake,
He was
Yeah,
right, you were
I-
right there.
I have videos of the scrapture, but the funniest thing was they knew they were going to be sitting with each other. So Strickland was after saying to Gilbert, like, "Oh, they're your kids, or whatever." He was like, "Yeah, if this kicks off at him, I'm going to tell you, like, move him out the way."
And you see him do it, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he goes like that, and then up over.
Oh
But you
my God.
remember Strickland was texting me, asking
Oh,
what
I forgot about all this shit. We were in a hotel room, me,
Because-
Callum, and
yeah.
Tony Ferguson, and he's texting Goff to Sean Strickland, and I'm there like that, law.
Obviously.
And Tony's like, go on, keep going. I'm like,
No,
Callum.
because
stop.
right, he was sparring my buddy there that runs the Full Send MMA.
Oh, yeah.
He was sparring Strickland,
Yeah.
and he like my friend from Full Send MMA posted the video on his page.
That
But
is
still-
mad.
He's not one of them fellas, but you want to be messing around
But
with
then
it.
every
No.
time I seen him, I was giving him the old.
Because you wouldn't know what he'd be up
He's
to.
big as well, boy.
Are they in the hotel room
Yeah.
saying, sleep?
He's a big fella.
Oh,
But he's like the fella that would come and slap you for that.
He actually is, but he's a freak.
I'd say you
I'd
wouldn't.
have to fight him though if it came up.
You'd have to. What else
You'd
are you
have
going to do?
to.
But
Like,
if
you're
you,
not
if
gonna
you
leave
sparred
later.
him in boxing, like realistically, do you reckon he'd be alright?
I'd say Began, yeah. Boxing, yeah, Began, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Boxing,
We'll have
yeah.
to see who should do it.
He is big though.
He replied to us now.
No, he is.
Come on.
No, he would probably reply to it. But he is big, but
Well, he is, yeah. And he is actually good at
Boxing.
boxing. He's good at boxing, that's his thing.
but he's strong too, and he swings too. He'd be
Yeah.
awkward.
Did you see him sparring that boxer? There was a clip going around.
Oh, yeah, like a
Oh,
TikToker or
hey,
something.
Yeah.
he's sparring him, man.
Sneeko,
I
he
know
was
you,
sparring
man.
a boxer, like
I
a
know
proper
the fella
boxer,
he's
yeah.
sparring. Your man's like, I have kids, and Drew's like, fuck your kids, and all this shit. Man, you see that? Yeah, your man. But get up the clip. Your man's like, I have kids, and Drew's like, that. Fuck your kids. That's a smacking him.
Is your man an actual
my-
boxer?
Yeah.
And who's winning?
But it's not
Strickland?
great. Your man's
He got
not great.
dropped. Strickland got hit.
Your man's
dropped to the knee.
Your man's not great. But
Strickland,
no,
though,
I'm talking about one he's sparring like a black fella.
I don't remember.
But did he get
Yeah.
dropped, or he kind of
I
dropped
don't
to
know.
the
I've
knee?
just seen this one clip. Man's like, no, Strickland's like, I'm.
Why would you say
all
that?
this like
Middle of
he's
the
he's like, oh, you want to die today? You know, you
Oh
might know.
my
He's
God.
like, thought you were willing to die. The man's like, I have kids. Man, Strickland's like, fuck your kids.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
But he's
He's
the
fucked.
no, he's insane. But like in boxing, I'd be alright. I'd say I'd be grand. I'd be able to hold my own. Anyway.
What's the biggest fella you sparred in boxing? Heaviest?
I'd be sparring everybody behind the boy.
Well, wait, it was Umar. I was only telling the boys about that.
He's
What,
probably walking on 200. Like,
what's his second name again? Austrian, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Austrian.
He's like a 9-time Austrian champ. I was telling the boys about Zambekov or something. He's a freak, and he was punching hard, like in sparring and stuff. He's a big
He fights
fella.
175, isn't it?
But he definitely walks. Yeah, he definitely walks
probably
around by
walking
about
200,
200.
yeah,
I was only saying to the boys, because I'd be all telling
I
them.
was saying big fellas all the sure. Freddie doesn't care, but he'd be throwing me with anyone.
I'd be always
Sparring
telling
But
them.
hard,
I am
like-
that fella though. I'd be at the wild counter like, do you want to spare him? I was like, go on, so.
Yeah.
Love it.
I was
Fuck,
telling the
sure.
boys about that. Remember, because when we were there together for 2 months. You're like, for people that are listening and watching, like you're not allowed to just go in downstairs in the wild card. Like upstairs is for the Joe Schmoes, like anyone can train or whatever. Obviously, there's good boys up there, but downstairs like is closed private sessions. But when they seen me with you all the time, you know, they were like, you can come in if you want for a look. Best things ever in watching the like I was thinking, I'll go in and watch a bit of sparring. The boys be going to war for about 10 rounds, and I was thinking, and I always reference back to this as well, I used to always be shitting myself at Callum's fights, you know, but after I seen all the sparring sessions, I was kind of like, alright, we're grand, I'd say. Because I've seen the boys going to I've seen the boys going to war and sparring. I thought the fights are actually grand. Like you and even like Umar now, who we were just talking about, he was about 180, I'd say, in there. More, because he wasn't even in the camp. 9-time Austrian champ, like this fella now is a freak. And you were in there at like 150 something, tipping away, and I was
But
thinking,
would you be
what?
going full 100% like hell for leather, but just 16
These
ounce
boys
gloves,
be hitting hard.
14 ounce gloves? Would you spare people heavier than you as well, or would you have and spare hard?
Spare some men, no.
Yeah.
But they don't know.
Her main sparring partner, or her main training partner is a man. The LFA champ.
Yeah.
That guy, the 125 champ.
What's his name again?
Chapolin.
And strawweight.
That's his nickname.
Chapolin.
So you fight strawweight, which is 115, is it?
115.
What do you walk around at?
126.
Yeah, not too bad.
That's not too bad, yeah.
But he's probably walking around like 150 something, 160 probably.
Oh yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
Definitely.
So, like,
that's one thing with UFC, by the weight cuts they do as well. They'd lose some serious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
MMA generally is a bit mad with the weight cuts.
Yeah.
I'm bad enough as well.
Yeah, I forgot about that actually.
Because I was even talking when I was doing my media workouts, I was probably still like 170, like 2 weeks before the fight. I was just doing my.
Would you cut that much? 170 to 155?
I cut 21 pounds.
And you have to do a rehydration thing in boxing. Like you have to be a certain amount. You can't be a certain amount over.
I think like when you fight for titles and shit, they ask you for like a month out weigh in, 2 week weigh in, you know.
But you'd be still alright with that, like within the.
I think you ought to be down a bit, anyway. I don't know the rules of the because they haven't done it to me yet. But even when I was doing my media workout, some of the interviewers were like, "Big for 154." Like
I thought that when I came in and saw you, I was like, "That fucker's huge."
You're naturally big, like for that.
Definitely
and they're like, we even talked to other prospects. Yeah, because boys don't think I'm that big though.
I think it's your height that does it.
Yeah.
6 foot, like.
But when like I was talking to them like, oh, there's these other prospects, but like you're naturally bigger, like, you know what I mean?
That's
I make the weight handy enough though.
That's the 100% Irish beef. That's all that is. That has to be.
That's it.
But I think the height is a thing, but that would kind of catch by us a bit, because I don't know, on camera do you look that tall? But 6 you're tall, not too fair.
And I fill back up on the old.
No, you look way bigger than your opponent.
Yeah, but you know what's weird, but when I was looking at my phone, I was like, he's probably bigger than me, but
yeah.
Like when you're looking at him, like when you're standing in front of him, I was like, fuck, he's big enough. But then when I watched the fight on, I was like, I'm way bigger than him, bro.
Yeah.
That's what's weird, like in your own mind, you don't know how big a fella is.
Or how big you are yourself.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing.
Because I was looking at him, I was like,
TV, we look bigger on TV, actually.
The TV makes people look bigger, you think?
We look way bigger on TV.
Do you know, if you had a choice, no, because I know you don't really care who you fight, but if you had a choice, is there anyone that you'd say for the Irish fight that you'd want to have?
That's a tough one, isn't it?
Anyone.
You don't care?
Don't give a fuck, no. I don't pick fights, or I don't pick, they just tell me who I'm fighting.
But I suppose at this stage of your career still, you're just like working your way up, so there's no one that you think.
Even still, I don't give a fuck.
Do they come to you even with like 2 or 3 and say, what do you think? As in, it's just, this is it.
I suppose Freddie makes that decision, is he?
We've never ever turned down a one. They don't even give me 2 or 3 because there's like,
just get one.
You're fighting him, and I'm like, go on, so. Because I know you're going to have to fight him anyway, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's kind of the dream, isn't it, that boxing would eventually take on, like, you kind of have the UFC mindset of like, just because you're going to have to fight him anyway. That's the whole point. All the UFC boys were saying, like, you could become the champ, but if he's going to smash you anyway, it's not going to be for long. So you might as well just suss it early.
But I always think as well, because I'm 23, you know, it's like if he does smash me, fuck, I'll just go back.
You have years.
And I can go back again, you know what I mean?
Because realistically, like, when's your peak? 27, 28.
Sure, like,
you've years.
But I'm thinking, like, if I fight, say, someone that's ranked way up and I get smashed, I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm 23, I'll just go back there to the gym and fight again.
Smash him again.
But if I smash him, then no, just
keep going.
That's it.
You know what I mean? You might as well just keep
you can't really lose then.
You might as well just see how good you are, like, you know what I mean?
But in boxing, they say that the undefeated thing is a big deal, like compared to MMA. They don't really.
Floyd, I think Floyd started that shit, didn't he? He fucking ruined the whole thing.
But it's always been something.
But everyone just wants to fight that shit. No, and then it'd be grand.
Just fight the best.
Fight each other and just fucking.
But that's why the UFC is now way bigger and growing way faster.
It's so much easier because everyone's under the same roof.
And the fights are way better.
Yeah,
and you get the fight you want. That's the best thing.
But it's because of boxing, there's so many different ways you can go. You know what I mean?
Like, different managers
you can go
keep
like
their
the
fighters.
WBC route, or you can go this other way, or you can go avoid this fella by going up this way. You know,
it's too much.
In the UFC, you're just like, if I want to be the champ, I have to beat this
fight all of them.
How many fights in boxing like were never made? Do you know? So many.
It just doesn't make sense.
Well, there was a few like Canelo and Triple G should have fought earlier. Mayweather and Pacquiao could have fought earlier. Do you know?
What was it like when you met Pacquiao for the first time? Weird.
It was just like
tiny.
Yeah, small fella, yeah. But I just was in there. But I wouldn't train when he was actually bringing so many people with him. You know,
proper crew.
He has like a big team, and he just filled like half up. And I was like, fuck that. No.
I'd love a look off him.
I prefer to just go in there and just train when there's no one there, like whatever.
Yeah,
it's better.
It's class gym though.
Wildcard looks.
It's the best path. It's the best gaff in the world. Like.
It's unbelievable.
Would you train there as well, Tabatha? In Wildcard?
I did one session with Marvin. Yeah.
Marvin's a don. Marvin's a legend.
Yeah, he's very good.
Marvin
trainers,
yeah, he's a trainer.
He came over with Pacquiao, like
sick.
And he's like Freddie's like number 2, you know.
Sick.
He's a legend though.
He's
a little tiny Filipino guy, not messing up. He's smaller
than me.
Smaller,
and he holds
the pads like this. I was watching Callum with the pads, and he's like that, lot. Hold them up.
He can't hold pads for me anymore.
No,
Serious? They're getting too powerful.
Oh, yeah.
But I remember even since you turned pro, I held the pads for you maybe a couple of times for a few punches. It's a frightening power. The shoulder, if you're not doing it right, the shoulder would be gone.
No, I did hold pads for him too. My arm was like flying out.
It's actually frightening power.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know
You'll have to
she
get someone to
funny
go behind you and hold your
It's
shoulders.
so
I didn't even know she could hold pads when we were down to Jackson place one day and they have a boxing ring and and I was like, all is there? And she was like, I can hold pads. And I was like, I can't, but I was like, go on, hold them for a second there. And I tried to smash it.
And she was well able.
Her arms are blowing.
Remember the time you were telling me one of the hardest fucking punches you ever felt was when you were holding pads for me?
Oh! Oh my god!
What?
I was thinking there was going to go.
But I'd be kind of holding back, like, you're going 60, 70.
Where's he going with this? Okay.
Is he handy?
Nah.
I wanted to say hard, you know.
No, in an actual, I'll never forget. There's a load of shit I'll never forget. I keep giving it, I'll never forget.
I'm thinking there's a few things that you better forget. No, there's a few things I'm hoping you didn't forget. No, I'm thinking.
Remember, we never, like, I only sparred a handful of times, like, over a year. Like, I was never training proper, but remember one time I was like, Callum, we spar out your garden, I just want to see.
He sparred in my back.
I was in Nan's backyard on a, like, it must have been 4 foot by 4 foot. Because she has a big garden, but before you go to the garden, there's like a small little
There's a
thingy.
little ring.
And I says to him,
my god.
we just dip around there, like, I want to see where I'm at. You know, I was thinking I might give him a go here. And the most embarrassing thing ever. I packed it in. After that day, I just packed it in.
So when was this? When you were pro or when you were still?
No,
About 5 years ago.
this is about 5 years ago. But I remember just thinking, like, I'll catch him with something. You know, you
Did
have
you
the
catch him ending?
Nah. I remember just thinking though, but you know what was even worse? It was even more embarrassing that he wasn't even trying to catch me with nothing. I'd rather he was just trying to smash me, but he was even giving the what's going on here? I was just giving him the
Checking his phone.
I couldn't even do nothing.
You were getting pure tired of that.
Oh, here. But I was a bulker back then. I was about 100
Yeah,
kilos.
That's the
100
thing.
kilos, yeah.
People who aren't used to sparring, if they go sparring, first thing that goes, they just start blowing.
Oh, but sure, there was often times there where I was hitting the pads and I'm thinking, I'm going to go pro, I reckon. You know, you do the old dance routine. 1, 2, 1, 2, slip, slip. You're thinking, this is easy. Spar for it is
Different
sick.
kettle of fish.
And
Yeah.
no slip zip, you're giving
Give him
You're
no.
zipping past your head.
Yeah, and you're moving about 4 foot.
Yeah, but you're not even slipping, I'm giving you the open.
Play in the same place now. I'm thinking,
And you're
lightning
old, I'm
quick.
like
That's the worst. But in my own head, I'm thinking, I'm getting sharper by the day here. Pad man.
Did you have a fight?
I had one MMA
Oh,
fight.
you
Yeah.
had the MMA fight, you were saying
Oh, you
that.
had one in
Yeah, and I got a bait and then packed it in.
Wimp to warrior.
I went from
What?
wimp to wimp.
He came went in for the whip to warrior, left for
The boys, the boys gave it up for years. Oh, the wimp to wimp. I says that.
Wimp to wimp.
I went in and got a bait and then just took the gloves off and then put them back on. I thought, I
You
tried it.
actually went whip to whip.
Yeah.
But you just got taken out, wasn't smashed.
Because the
No, 'cause
level.
you're a handicap, you
but
weren't doing training.
realistically, the
Remember
level
the
was
name of the fella you fought? Give him a shout out.
Luke something. Same name as my brother Luke. I know he's Luke something. But he
you
was
weren't- You weren't
sound.
doing the training, that's why he wasn't doing
Ah,
it.
yeah, you
Nah,
can't
but
do that,
like-
boy.
That
No
was the whole.
shortcuts.
He wasn't doing training and thought that he went to
But this is all.
the same thing that he thought he would do to me in my backyard and he thought he did to man. I catch him with something.
I was trained boxing on and off about a year. I went about 10 times and said, hit a few pads and thought, right, I'm just going to go in there and smash your man. And it was a 6-month training camp. You're supposed to train 5 days a week for 6 months.
How many times did you go?
I think overall, I don't know. I think overall, I was there for about a month overall.
Oh, Jesus.
And they were close to not letting me do it. But because I had a tiny bit of experience from before, they were like, fuck it.
Throw me in, coach.
Yeah, I
Throw
went
me
in
in.
and I went and just got bait. Like, as in bait, tired. And what happened was, the level is kind of so low, realistically, because no
Yeah.
one is a fighter, and you just do a few months and you go in. It's kind of like, you know, it's not a proper fight. Like,
It's like
even
a white collar
yeah,
kind of
even
thing,
the
like,
ref,
yeah.
you know, 2 smacks and he's like, where
Yeah,
And like, we just fell to the ground in the second round. And I was like, I'm bit. He's on top of me. Next thing, I get enough energy to just roll him over. And then I'd lie there for a minute. And he rolled me back over. And then he just gave me a few of them. On the face, I looked at the ref and just thought,
Collar off.
I looked at the ref giving him the old.
Do you know, most
What
people
the-
know, like, if that happens to them, they might say,
Oh my god.
what did I learn from that now? I should have trained harder. I
You know,
get
but
back at it.
losing that
That's why I
fight.
didn't learn nothing. Yeah.
He's like, I'm retarded.
That's what I thought.
I don't want to do
He
that.
learned to just not fight.
Yeah, I hung him up. But,
learned that
like,
it's
no, but to
not
be
for
fair,
me.
losing that fight was the best thing ever for me because I realised I was actually shit. But I feel like if I won that, I'm still shit, but I would think I was
thought you were
class.
good, yeah.
And then you just get a worse baiting after that.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if I won that, I would still have been shit. But I'm like, I'm class, but I won.
I do think it's so good for people to try it though, to train.
No, I was class,
to
but
have a
even
fight,
the walkout
it's really
and shit,
good.
it was elite. Like, and then there was a couple
Yeah.
hundred people there. Like, I done the big pro scene before Callum ever done it.
Yeah,
like,
of
I
course,
came
yeah.
out in front of a crowd, I had the tunes, and I obviously, I paved the way for... I had the tune.
So Callum went to that and was like, this is what I want
He
to do.
saw that and thought, I think I'm going to go
I didn't
pro.
even see it. Like, nah, I didn't watch it.
It was short, Joe.
You were
I
at the
thought
bar.
that
It was on Facebook for about 2 minutes.
I thought no. Come
Yeah.
looking at that.
I remember in London there was a similar show, like first timers in the ring, and there was two lads fighting, and one of them was on mount, and he was just ground and pound, and your man was covering up, and the guy who was on the ground, his buddy ran over to the cage and was like, "Just get up, just get up," and I was like, "Oh jeez."
Yeah.
That's a terrible
Imagine
question.
your man,
device.
the man's like, "Oh yeah, I never thought of that."
Yeah, actually can. Yeah.
2
Derek
6 there.
Lewis,
But it's the fatigue.
Derek
Boys,
Lewis style, yeah.
Just
You'll
get up.
never be that, like, it's the tiredness at that level. I remember,
Yeah.
even in the training camp beforehand, every coach was like, here, literally, at this level, all that matters is whoever's fitter is probably going to win. And that every fight, that's what it was.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. But you wouldn't realise how tired you get by it.
It's because you're so anxious.
Oh,
Yeah,
boys,
yeah.
when I was doing a bit of wrestling,
Oh, yeah.
whatever.
Oh, it's
fucking
changes
hell.
it, yeah.
Once you
it's a
get taken
different-
down, like I'm grand on the feet, obviously. Like I'd hold my own on the feet. Even with the kicks and stuff, I'd be grand. Like you'd
Yeah.
hold your own. So you get taken down, and you're thinking, "Fuck this!" But I'm so tired, because you're holding, and then you forget. Like even when you get back up, then you're like, "My arm." Jelly, like.
It's a different
You get
energy
back up
system.
because you
like.
use so much effort to just get back up, and then you're up, and you're like, "Oh my god!" But my arms.
Let's go back to jiu-jitsu, didn't you? That was your first martial art.
Judo.
Or judo. But would you have found it more?
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai was harder then because you were so used to
Oh, what do you think?
Grappling.
Yeah.
like when you
Yeah.
started to learn Muay Thai. Did you feel that was like fucking exhausting?
Yeah, it was exhausting.
Isn't it mad like that? Like you started boxing so young, so it's when you try something that's new.
That's the because like I could box all day, but then boys that just do like wrestling when they couldn't box then. And it's
So,
like,
Every
yeah.
martial art is a different cardio. It
Different.
doesn't
Different
matter how
cardio,
much you
yeah.
run or what you do.
Yeah.
No.
It's different.
That's why MMA is so good though, 'cause you get to
You
fucking
get the whole,
Yeah,
thing.
you get the
whole
You get
picture,
all
like,
of them,
yeah.
The one for all, but
The
you
whole
get
shebang. You get the
That's
4-1.
And then, well, I think boxing is a good base for that though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Great
but,
base,
but
yeah.
what do they reckon is actually the best base for MMA?
MMA nowadays. Like people.
Well,
can
that's it,
start
no, yeah.
No,
MMA,
but
you know?
I would say probably wrestling too, but they wouldn't be surprised by.
Yeah.
Them wrestlers, by them.
Well, them
Pakistani
Russians have
boys,
proven
you
it.
know.
I was going to say
Oh, yeah.
sambo probably because that's like
Sambo, yeah.
striking, wrestling.
Yeah.
They just have to.
Who's the
But you-
champ that from Sambo?
Khabib.
Oh yeah.
He was
Yeah,
a
he
sambo
changed-
champ.
he
yeah.
had a lot of amateur fights in Sambo.
Oh, was he doing
Yeah.
Sambo? I didn't know.
Yeah.
that.
You get the odd kickboxers though that just go straight to the top, like Pereira and Izzy and shit. Like
Yeah.
they can learn. Like Pereira, realistically, boys, he hasn't been wrestling that much. Like has he?
Yeah,
Is
really.
he? Like
So
he's
they
just a
gave-
down
so they
kickboxer.
gave him the black belt jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, they gave him
I
the
said
back
that was
belt, yeah.
his name. Like.
But yeah.
Well,
Just 'cause of
Texera
how
said he's after coming
Try-
on a lot, so.
Yeah, but so I went drinking with them boys. So
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
I was
Oh,
drinking
yeah,
with his
in New York.
coach.
New York,
Yeah, in New York.
With Texera?
Yeah, Glover and
Unreal.
fucking
That big
It's
fella with the
cool,
blondie head.
Lano Cruz or whatever.
Yeah. Was that? What's your favorite place you fought? MSG.
Yeah, because of it, but because of the venue, obviously, because of where it was. But
Yeah.
I just feel like I didn't perform there. You know what I mean? That was the worst part.
In MSG.
Yeah, I just feel like I couldn't get the performance in there, you
Yeah.
know, that I wanted. Maybe it was I know a lot of shit went wrong though for them camps, like
Yeah.
for them 2 fights, after my 2 biggest fights, and so much stuff went wrong. For I nearly cut my finger off
Oh,
for the New
yeah.
York fight.
Yeah.
How was your
Or for the
fucking
November
hell.
fight, I was fucking peeling potatoes in the gaff, and I had a shit.
Pure Irish thing to
But
do.
I had because I was
Killed by
Do
potato.
you know what the funny thing was? I was like, we wanted to eat an Irish grub, and I was like, I can make shepherd's pie. Right?
And this one I know, but Mike can't cook. He'd come out and say he cooked something microwave, munch and all this way,
Back
man.
in the day. Back in the day.
He's after coming on now.
A bit older now, but
Yeah.
anyway, I was fucking peeling potatoes, and the knife was shit. But I just got this new knife, serious yoke, sharp no as like. So I was there, and I was holding the potato like this, right, and I just go. The knife was
Like
Slide,
butter.
like-
way too sharp. I
Wasn't for peeling potatoes.
threw the
like.
potato into my finger, and I just pulled it out and just grabbed it.
Squirting
There
everywhere.
was blood squirting. I don't have no feel in my finger. I still can't feel it.
How deep was it, like to the bone or what?
Deep. I cut
And the
the
nerve.
cut the fucking everything, mate. Cut the whole way through
Fucking
it.
hell.
Before which fight?
The
Which
no-
MSG
the
one?
first one.
The first one.
And I couldn't spar for 2 weeks. Or
Was the shepherd's pie
I
nice
couldn't
though?
even punch.
Was it nice afterwards?
You
You kept going, did you?
And what about the
And
second
I
one?
was like, let's go to the hospital. He's like, no, it's fine.
She'll heal over.
Was blood
There
all
was
over
blood
the
all over. I
place.
was like, that's grand. I just control.
Could have nothing worse by some trick going to the hospital.
And I had to pay 300 quid, right? For your man to put a bit of glue in it.
Yeah.
I went to New York for the face off of my opponent. My finger was open. The glue didn't even work, but it was too deep. The glue. My finger was open while the whole time I was in New York. I came back 5 days later. I had to get it stitched up.
Just before the
I had to
fight.
get 4 stitches in there.
But would you be worried about, like, because with the gloves and not getting infections or anything in it?
That's why I couldn't punch or spar nothing for like 2-3 weeks with this.
Shit.
I couldn't
It was
like
bad.
it was like close to the fight and I couldn't spar or punch even with his hand.
Was there ever a thought about calling it off, or was it too big of a fight?
No, I would never call off a fight.
Too big of a fight.
I would never call it.
What about your
Never,
second
huh?
one then?
What was going on with the second? I don't know. I was just like
I've
the
one.
opponent in the second one was
Oh,
just
yeah.
fucking. It was just like he was just awkward.
Yeah.
Weird
And he was
style.
just
Which one was that? Which fight was
With
that?
Kazakhstan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, the Khabib
he
looking
had,
fella.
he had like 350 amateur fights and he was just like awkward and he was
Yeah.
just like
He didn't want to get caught. He
he just didn't want to fight really and I was
Yeah.
the worst part about that fight is I was getting bored
Yeah.
because he was just like not trying to engage and he was
Still
like
amateur style, like
being
bouncing
just
around.
pure weird and I was like couldn't
Yeah.
get into it then, you know.
Yeah.
But even in the back for that fight when I was warming up I just felt like
Yeah.
I wasn't there like and then I was like fuck it I can't do that anymore so for this last fight I just trained hard as fuck.
You could see it in the
Train
fight though.
Put a proper extra strength and conditioning more like runs.
Yeah.
Well, I was just like I can't like not feel bad on me. I need to know like that I
And be
Ready
perfect.
to go.
trained as hard as I go. And even in the back for this fight, when I was hitting the pass with Freddie, I was like, I'm fucking ready for this fight.
Firing. I couldn't
And
believe
then I
it.
hit him, but I felt strong as fuck for this fight. Though I felt like I was
Yeah.
like, this is it now.
I couldn't believe the performance by.
Yeah. it was
I
weird.
was thinking this because that was like this is unbelievable.
But I needed it though.
Yeah, that was the
I
one.
needed it.
That's going to lead into my next question. What's your favourite fight so far you've had? That last one?
Probably that one.
Really?
'Cause I was happy with that performance already.
No, that was, and he was a good caliber. That's the whole
Because
thing.
He had
Open
100%
in,
knockout
yeah.
rate, yeah, and
Yeah.
he was the fella that if you weren't that good, he was going to expose you. You know.
Yeah.
Did you see how nervous he was about it?
Because
He was
we were
like,
only
"Oh,
talking about a
this
week.
fella's
We were only talking about a week before, and you were telling me like, oh, only 2 fights ago he knocked out some young prospect who was 11-0, and I was thinking, this fella now, man.
Yeah, because he said he was going to retire, and he was like, I'm gonna have one more fight, one big enough fight, and then retire.
he
if I
knocked your man
lose,
out.
then he knocked your man out. And 11-0. I was going to say 11-year-old. He
He was a handy
He knocked out an 11-year-old. No, an 11-0 prospect.
Yeah.
Knocked him out in like the 8th round or something, so late in the fight.
Yeah.
Proper fight.
And then he was like, I'm going to keep going. And he was coming off 3 wins, sure. Like 3 big enough wins.
Yeah,
And then I was like, right, this fella now, if you're not that good.
that was a good test.
I was like, if you weren't going to be anything, he would.
He'd stop you.
Yeah.
Because he had the power, you know, but
In the first round, after that, he looked
I knew
rattled.
he got hurt to the body before, so I was going down to the body.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I like to mix it up very well, body
I
and
was going
head.
into the body, and then I knew he was dropping, and I caught him with the hook.
That was class, boy. I was in the car.
Worse than
I went to work. I didn't work at 5 in the morning, boy, off my head.
that. Worse than Uncle Ab's head.
Yeah,
Oh, I
that
felt
was
it.
class,
Yeah.
though.
Right there, I got him down, and then
You're like, you don't really, it's
I
out
just,
far.
like, touch him.
Yeah, and your
'cause
rookie
but
comes
I-
like
but I
from the
knew-
bottle, right?
I knew he was going to throw overhand left. So for the whole camp, I was just drilling. When he was throwing overhand left, I was going to just same time lock and
Down the
punch.
middle.
I mean, like as he throws it,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
going to
yeah.
come through.
Yeah.
So then he was kind of on the ropes, and I brought him that way, like forward with the hook, and then I just
Fed him in.
because I brought him in, and then I dipped the knees and
Right.
he threw the overhand
Yeah.
as I was doing it. Because I jabbed and hooked, and he was trying to punch over, and then I came.
Oh, he's trying to punch over your hook.
He was trying to punch over, like, because I knew. So then that's why I dipped the knees and just boom.
Oh,
That's it.
fuck, that was some
Pan him
buzz.
out, then I thought that is the job.
So that was your
Honestly,
favourite fight.
so far. Yeah.
Favourite performance, at least.
Favorite performance, yeah. Because
What was your favourite one, Tabatha? Your favourite fight so far?
So far when I
probably
fought,
when you did the arm and jumped the cage and I was sitting front row like that.
oh yeah,
I didn't even know her.
Jessica Pena though.
Oh.
It was on the John Jones.
You didn't know her yet,
Nah,
but you were
no.
at the fight.
Yeah, sure, I was
Yeah,
involved
he
in it.
wasn't.
It was on the
So
John
So is that
Jones.
how you met?
It was on, nah,
No.
it was.
Did you know? Did you know him then? No.
No, it was. Imagine it was
No,
on the
no,
John
no.
Jones undercard. I didn't even know her. I wouldn't even watch the old fights either.
Who's this?
I said, I just said,
I wasn't the kid.
I said, I don't have a sconce out of this. So I
was
was
up in the
sitting there
cage.
front row. She armbars one, jumps up in the cage, and I was looking like.
He blows her kiss.
I said, who's that? No, but randomly, I was just watching the fight. And go on and tell me if you're fighting. I'll go on.
Well, keep going.
Keep that story, keep
No.
that. I want to ask one other question before you answer that. Did you spot him when you jumped up in the cage?
No, she didn't know I was there.
Did he stand out? No, he wasn't like shining, handsome.
Yeah.
Nah.
Not at all.
Was he doing this?
I was like,
Josh
I was on the
Moore.
cover. I was on the cover. I used to so
Yeah.
But
But
anyway,
no,
your
no,
favourite
no.
fight,
Your
your
favourite
favourite
fight.
performance.
Yeah, that was it.
That was your favorite.
That one.
Yeah, so
The armbar.
far. Yeah, the armbar. Yeah.
Happy days.
Yeah,
That was it. I knew it.
I was happy.
Where were you going?
No, but then I was sure. No, because he goes, that how you met, but
Oh,
no, I was
yeah.
sure. I was like, no, fuck that, no.
You're cool, like.
And he was like, go on, but go
That's
on.
like at school. Go over
Yeah,
there
it's
if
like,
you
wow,
want.
you know, but I just thought, like, no, I'm sitting down there. She was up in the bleachers as well, like, and I was front row. I was like, not going up there.
We're at the UFC.
I'm not going up there, mate.
I'm not getting seen up there.
You're not
Going
going
up with the
up
riffraff.
I wouldn't be seen up there.
riffraff.
I wouldn't be up the roof.
Yeah.
No, but I was like, go on, so we just get it. Because I didn't have a clue who she was, really.
But why did he?
So
Why?
she didn't know me and I didn't know her, so I was
Yeah.
Well,
just
so
like,
why did he say?
he just wanted a picture of us, like,
Yeah.
together. So Mike knows, but he snapped and he set the whole thing up.
Mike's the
Set up
matchmaker.
So I was like, come on, I'll just get it. We get a picture. We just took the picture randomly.
Yeah.
And then I look he days we go, oh, when's your next fight?
Yeah.
And I was like, August 26th, whatever. And she goes, oh yeah, I'll be there. And I just goes, okay. I just go, okay, or something. I goes,
The sweet talk.
I
man.
just goes, see you then, or something. No, but I wasn't thinking of it as nothing.
Yeah, because you don't want to be that fella.
But I wasn't even thinking of her as like, I was just thinking, she wants to like the fights or whatever. And she was asking.
Mike invited me one time to go
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the 360.
Yeah.
But I was supposed to go watch it. I trained with Khalil on the 360.
Oh, I
Yeah.
understand.
And I was gonna watch his fight.
Oh yeah, because he was fighting.
And
No,
then
but I wasn't fighting.
I don't know why he told me the wrong time, and I show up. It was
Yeah, so then they wanted.
I
There was no-
missed.
what?
I missed.
Serious?
Me and my friend, we was like,
Oh, you
we
missed it.
We missed the show. It was over.
And then you seen the king walk.
And then
out.
I
They
told
wanted-
Mike, I'm gonna go to the next one, and he was headline.
And then instead of texting mine, she texts me.
And I was like, oh,
Wrong
I'm
name,
going
saying
to
you
watch
fight
you
again.
fight.
And I was like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. And then, right?
Your last thing
But
just
no,
stuck,
but
right?
I wasn't. But the weirdest thing was, I wasn't even thinking of it like that. I was just like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
She must like the fights or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, sure, I'm in the back warming up, and who walks in?
No, UFC set up everything
yeah,
though.
yeah.
UFC told her that I wanted to see her.
UFC
Oh,
before the
that's
fight.
He didn't.
UFC fight
I
Paris.
didn't though. I
It
actually
was.
You did.
And then they brought her in the back for they just wanted a picture of us together again.
Yeah.
And then
Someone by behind the scenes that is sitting
No,
there.
UFC fight Paris coming to me. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, Callum wants to see. I was like, but
And then
before
I-
the fight,
yeah.
he's like, I'm not going. He's like, no, I will.
But I didn't. She
I
comes
was
in. I was like, well, what's going
Someone
on?
did the plan in that.
Yeah,
She
someone
comes
was
in and I
playing.
was like, what's going on? And then sure, then I go out and retire a fella at the 4 rounds. I went out, the motivation went,
That was it then. She wants to see me.
I think she was I know, retired some Argentinian fella, smashed him.
And he's
then-
like, oh, you want to go?
And
out?
then I was like,
Then yes.
oh,
Yeah.
I goes, we're going to the bar there, whatever. If you like, she came in to say like, well done. I was like, oh, we'll be going to the bar there, whatever. Outside.
Yeah.
I didn't ask the UFC to kill it till
Just
you come
in
in
case.
here.
No,
you
no,
wanna
no,
go?
but I was just thinking like if you're hanging around, like whatever.
Go
And then-
away.
No,
hanging around.
no, I actually didn't, because we were all going. Like, no, you asked me what's the plan or whatever. They
No,
were-
liar.
You were
No.
wondering, because your man, the other fellow was there too. There was a few boys there, and everyone was like, "What's the plan?" I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
we're going there." No, I swear, I still wasn't even thinking of it as anything.
Yeah.
And then we just there, and I had the bottle of Howler I had behind the pocket. I didn't even know. Imagine this: I had a bottle of Howler
Some
in my
pocket.
pocket. No, I didn't. The car. I had a bottle of Howler, and it was signed by Dana. And I didn't even know it. And here I am, cracking on.
Oh,
Everyone's
you
drinking.
kept it.
Everyone's like, "That's it." And I go, "I didn't think that was his signature." It was like,
Yeah.
it's like his, no, the way he like his signature was weird. Like,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like, "Nah, but they must all."
Should get another one off him.
I was snapping too. I was like, "No." Anyway, we were drinking that, and then we went out, and then sure she wouldn't leave me alone. Then.
Yeah, the usual shit.
You know what?
What's your version of
She
events now,
wouldn't-
Tabatha?
no.
Because
Yeah, her story's way different.
No. After we went out, she texted me, and I couldn't even say what I said. I won't expose her that bad. I'm not
Oh my
going to expose her that bad. No, I won't expose that bad.
He's
But after the night, I was just like, "Oh, that's just grand or whatever." We just went out.
Yeah.
And then here comes the DM again.
Yeah,
She texted
blowing
me.
the phone
She
up.
texts me, and it's since that night then she hasn't just hooked that day.
What that goes to show is there's nothing will motivate a fella more than an old man. You were in the ring thinking, I have to knock him. I don't know. There's an old man watching. If there's ever an old man watching do something, you think pressure.
Right, that's my version. What was your version of it?
You
That's what happened.
was he DMing you? Oh, with non-stop.
No, he wasn't.
No. You admit it though. You text me after that.
No, I did text you.
Yeah.
See, there wasn't nothing wrong with that, like.
So there you go. Like what I'm just saying.
If you want something
Because
But I
soft,
didn't
like.
ask you what you're gonna do. You're like, oh, we're gonna do something
Oh
after the
yeah,
fight.
yeah. Because I was just thinking you're there to fight, like, but you.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you were thinking of doing something.
But,
No.
You
but
was
after
being
the night
polite.
then, like after night then, she
There was
came
one-
looking for me though.
Yeah, but They're going to be finished
She
after
came
this.
looking for me. You did though.
Back to the fight questions. Back to the
You
fight
did
questions.
though.
We're gone well.
Yeah.
No, they were inviting me to go there.
No,
They
after the
they
night out.
they bought me.
No,
Oh.
after the night out, you came looking for me. Like, you text me.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
He actually has to get this on camera.
She came looking for me. For everyone saying, oh, it was the money, it's because of Dana. She came for me. For this, laugh, for all of this, right?
100% Irish.
That's your next pinned Instagram post. No, pinned.
We cutting that off.
Cut that out now.
We must be
Open
going
that
out
door
now,
more
right?
there again, by we're all roasting.
Sweating here.
Fuck, I'm
Very-
sweating
it's very
so much.
warm.
I actually have to change my jogs right now.
So
Back to the fight questions, right? I have a question for both of you.
fucking shit.
So, question for you, and this can include your amateur career, because I know your pro career has gone so well. What was your hardest fight? And I don't mean hard, like, remember saying the Kazakhstan fella was annoying, but what was a fight where you were like
I
up
fought
against
a
it?
Russian world champion right in the Europeans.
Oh, I remember you told me.
Lost. Thought I won, to be fair.
It was the best fight of
But
the
why was it so
tournament.
hard?
It was just a hard fight. He
He
was
was-
a Russian world champion. You know?
He
It
was
a
well
hard,
able.
hard fight to win, like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Trying to think of hard fights. Like, I haven't really had that many. That were like, even in the amateurs, you wouldn't have hard fights.
Yeah, you just lose.
lose. Like,
Did you ever get put down in the amateurs? Ever get dropped?
No, never.
Never been
even got
dropped.
count. Never even got a 10 count.
That's
The
some
first
job.
ever 10 count I got was because your man in New York pushed me onto the ground.
Yeah.
And the referee called it a knockdown. And you can see two hands. Like in the replay, you see he pushes with two hands.
Yeah.
And he called it a knockdown. That was the only time I ever got a 10 count.
So in all your amateur fights, never had an A
All
count.
the
That's
amateur
it.
counts. I mean, all the amateur fights never got an A count. All sparring never been dropped. Never ever been down. Like,
Decent.
never.
Decent. What about you, Tabatha? What was the
Right.
hardest fight you've had?
My hardest fight was my first fight in UFC. Then I got like 3 days notice.
Oh,
Point
yeah.
class.
Really?
You
Yeah.
want that fucking
Yeah.
Is that like how you got
Mano Fiorot. Yeah.
Really?
She's
Good-
massive. too.
Good
Yeah, she's
strikers, I heard.
And she's
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
as well.
Were you
Yeah.
already in the UFC? So
No,
no.
no,
Like
no.
you weren't signed or anything.
No.
So that's why
It
you could
wasn't a
have,
COVID time. It was a lot of fights getting pulled out.
So that's why you took it.
That's why I took it.
Get a shot at the UFC.
To get a shot in the
Fuck.
UFC. Yeah.
And that's a tough.
That was my
Very
injury.
tough.
3 days notice.
3 days notice.
Was Dana
yeah.
buzzing then?
They love that.
He loves when you take
They
short.
love
Yeah.
that
He
shit.
loves them
You
fighters.
have to, like, if you
Like,
want to
if
get
you-
into
Yeah.
UFC.
Oh yeah. And then like I'm always training, you know, like
Yeah.
I didn't have the time to train specific for the fight, but that's what I do. That's my job. So like,
Yeah.
She's after,
who
like,
can
finishing
be
most of
whoever.
her
I'm
opponents'
getting
record.
getting the
And
shot.
the
It
size-
doesn't
it was
matter
a
who
weight
it
class
is, you
up
know.
too. She didn't even fight it.
And she's big for bantamweight anyway, isn't
It
she?
was a big.
Weight class up as well.
Yeah.
But fuck it, that's how you
have to roll the dice.
So you
Yeah.
get, and then you had a
That's what you
5 fight
get.
win streak after that. Was it a 4 fight
Yeah.
win streak?
That's how you
Sick.
take that
Yeah.
chance. Like you just fucking.
Yeah.
But Dana loves that shit though. That's
Yeah.
one thing about Dana. He loves boys that
Yeah,
are
yeah.
dared to fight. You know what
And
I
he's
mean?
always banging on about how you'll fight anyone and shit. He
that's
loves
what-
all
sure,
that.
I will- actually will too. you know what I mean?
But that's unusual for boxing, you know.
But sure, that's why even when I was in Dana's house day before, I was talking to him about my New York fight, and I was like, the first one, that was a good fight. Like,
Yeah.
your man was a prospect as well, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying to Dana, I was like, I wasn't really happy with the performance, like, and he was like, in boxing, fellas at this stage of their career,
What a
Don't
fighting
take
journey,
these
man,
fights.
boy.
Yeah.
he was like, they don't take these fights. He was like, so like, you should be happy with that, like, you know what I mean? And I was like, that's true, but like, I should be knocking these fellas out still. You know what I mean? I feel like I should be, you know.
Yeah, but that's the thing about a lot of people here as well who watch your fights who don't know anything about boxing or they don't know much. They just think that you're doing what everyone else is doing and just fighting bums for ages, but they don't know you're fighting boys. Like your man who just fought 14 wins, 14 knockouts, like proper boys.
Sure.
8, 9, 10 fights in. Like Canelo, Mayweather, all them boys first 20 fights, you don't like they're all
Journeyman, yeah.
bums.
But if you put any of my first, say like 10 opponents, compared to any other boxer in the world, if
What a
you put
record.
my 10 opponents, my first 10 opponents, compared to any of their 10 opponents, mine have like over 100 and something wins with only like
Yeah.
not that many losses. Like, you know
You
what I
fought
mean?
a few undefeated boxers too, boy. I was looking at the record.
We added it up before. Remember in LA, like every fella you faught's record, and it was like 200 wins to like 30, 40 losses. Whereas we
Compared
added
to
up,
any other-
we added up
Yeah.
like tanks, and it was like the other way
Yeah,
round
yeah.
and shit. Like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But
Even
people don't
like-
realize it.
Ben
Actually,
Whitaker.
I'm fucking ranked number 8 in the world. Like.
But that can't. How,
I mean-
but like, how are you 11 fights in and you're 8 in the world? Like I can't even.
Because he's fighting good people.
Well, I
like,
can't
yeah.
even make
Yeah.
sense of that. Like I'm like, but where
Is he finishing fights?
You're truly
I've,
mad. This is
I've
me.
won 2 belts by in 11 fights.
It's insane.
I'm-
That's
I'm-
class,
I'm-
boy.
I'm the America Continental Champion, like, you know what I mean? So that's what Boachuk had.
Yeah.
He defended 3 times, he's the world champion now.
Like he like that's the proper. That's the one. Like that's the one.
He's the interim world champ, like, but still, like, he's a world champ, like.
And what belt do you want if you had a choice now? What world title would you go for?
WBC, yeah. Like,
The green one. Everyone loves the green.
Isn't that the main one though?
Yeah.
That's the big dog one.
Like,
The Tank loves the
one, yeah.
black one, didn't he? I always see him with that one. Is that the only one he has?
The IBF, is it? No, it's
I don't even know.
Man didn't even know the belts and he fighting
I
for.
don't have to say.
Well, everyone knows the green belts. The green belts are the best.
That is the one.
I just take whatever they give me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. They say you're fighting belt there. Like, we
No.
say Ireland next year.
Yeah,
but
Ireland next. So
we can't.
you don't know when, you don't know where, but you just know Ireland next.
Yeah, I just know. Yeah, next fight is in Ireland.
Time to
I
put
must
on a film.
fucking get on by and try to see if they can keep the marquee there in Cork.
I
That'd be
know.
That'd be
unbelievable. Have
That'd
you
be
ever had a
sick.
fight in the marquee? I wonder.
Nah.
That'd be sick if they
They
could.
never had, it was like only small events, City Hall,
Yeah.
Neptune. They had
I
a
think
few
regardless
programs.
of where the fight is anyway, it'd be.
They had
thousands
one in
there.
Mill Street, by when they had fucking Chris Eubank against Steve Collins down there.
Jackie
Freddie
Quee job?
was in fucking Steve Collins' corner.
Was he for that,
Freddie
yeah?
Roach was in Cork for that, yeah.
And why don't they do Mill Street, so? That'd be fucking unreal. Is that still a venue? I haven't heard about it in years.
Do something big.
That'd be iconic, by Freddie Roach back there for
Yeah.
you.
Oh, that is so
Freddie
cool.
was there,
I was
That'd be so
only saying
cool.
on the podcast I think last week that I think this fight now in Ireland next is the one where it's like, do you know, like every fighter has that fight where it's like you're already massive now, hundreds of thousands of followers and shit, but like the stardom.
Oh,
I think once the Irish people see it here, the buzz, there'll be so many at it, knockout, everything it's just going to be stars aligned. Like,
Dana White, boy.
Dana's
Yeah,
there,
Dana
like
getting points thrown at
McGregor
him.
will probably be there. People could be pinging points up there. Like it's going to be. I think
Could be your man. Number one suspect there, he said. People could be being.
I'll be up over him. But I think this next fight back home is just going to be the best thing ever.
Oh, it's
It's going to be the true Stewie.
And I was talking to the Wolf Tones in New York when
Yeah.
I was there. And I tried to get them to walk me out. So
Oh my God,
that'll
So,
be
Yeah, that'd be
sick.
Callum Walsh fight.
Do you listen to the Wolf Tones?
Oh, yeah, all
She
the
knows
time.
all those.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
That'd be sick.
Well, imagine Callum Walsh fight, Wolf Tones concert.
Come here.
Yeah, like
Amazing.
all the boys, like
Come
Tank and
here.
all the boys walking out with little baby, and here's the weasel with the wolf tones who come down and
What tune would you pick? What tune?
Celtic Symphony, it'd have to be.
Oh, sick.
Sad.
That would be unbelievable.
Yeah,
That's why I walked out the last fight. It'd have to be that.
yeah, unbelievable.
I'll sing a few if they don't.
Yeah, we get
It
something
was
to
far
sing.
across the sea.
We just get someone to sing it.
Hold
It'd be
of
Lord of it, yeah, unbelievable.
Next question for you. Who's your biggest influence? You can go first. Who's your biggest influence when you started boxing?
I didn't even have them. So I've been boxing since I was 6, boy.
Or was there some coach that kind of took you under their wing, or someone that gave you a lot of good tips? And
When I was like I started boxing since I was 6, you know what I mean? It's just like that's just what I knew, you know. I had a very good coach in Cork right from when I was young, Danny Matthews. He's old, like he's very old, but he was a very good coach, right? That even still to this day I still think about some of the things he taught me, you know, like he was very like old school, like
yeah,
keep the hands up, in and out, you know what I mean? Don't get hit. I remember I was probably about 9, I'd say I was having an underage fight, and he was always telling me, don't get hit, no, don't get hit. I did for a fight today, came back out and he goes, how many times you get hit? And I go, I didn't. And I probably did, like.
just want to make him proud.
I just trying to be, yeah, but he was a very good coach, right, Danny Matthews. And then obviously, after that then, I went to Riverstone, to Brian and Teddy over there, and they trained me since I was 11. Brought me
Okay.
all the way up to winning the 6 Irish titles, the
Savage.
European gold medal, and even still now when I'm home, like I go back to Riverstone and train there with Brian and the boys.
Must be sick going back, boy.
Yeah, it's
Must be
savage,
so
right?
proud of you.
Was that picture the other day with your man Matthews and the two boys?
No, that was
a
Mick
different one, is
Devan.
it?
Mick Devan, he was one of the founders of like Riverstone.
Oh, really?
Boxing Club, yeah.
It's
He's
class, though.
93.
What's it like?
He's 93, yeah.
93.
Wow.
yeah.
Well, how does it feel? How does it feel now being able to go back with belts and shit, like real life shit that you've actually won?
Yeah, it's
Will
weird.
the boys be buzzing?
Yeah, the boys are buzzing. Yeah, sure.
Crazy, like.
Yeah, sure. They came over to the first New York fight.
Yeah,
That was the first time like my amateur coaches seen me as a pro
yeah.
in Madison Square Garden.
Jeez.
What do they think about how do they tell you like that you've come on or
Yeah, it was
skill wise and
yeah.
everything?
just like strength, you know. And it's a different style, like, you know. It's like,
Proper man strength.
yeah, proper. Yeah. Even like when we go back now, she goes sparring up there like with all the young fellas. Because it's perfect for her, like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting there, because even Brian and stuff now we train her,
Yeah.
and like it's good. Like.
And the Irish amateur scene was always good.
But I think the Irish like amateur style is perfect for MMA.
Yeah,
It's like light on
It
the
is,
feet, you know
actually.
what I mean? It's like the American pro style would not do well in MMA because
Kinda
it's like
MVP.
flat,
Heavy
it's
legged,
like
yeah.
flat footed, you know, like walking forward.
Yeah.
Whereas the Irish amateur style is light on the feet, you know what I mean? Like
bouncing.
loose, like in and out. you know what I
Angles,
mean?
positions, yeah.
Angles, like it would do very well
Yeah.
MMA, I think.
That
Some of
means you
the
must do
amateur
well.
team to
That's
convert
why- that's
MMA.
why-
Yeah, that can be
But
a
it is
segue.
like that, like Wonder Boy, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
MVP kind of light on the
Oh,
feet.
Yeah,
yeah.
kinda
boom,
is-
boom, yeah.
Yeah, like that quick, you know what I mean? I mean, I'd be
You could slip in there someday.
practicing a few things, right?
Oh,
What
you
about
know-
you, Tabatha? So, who's your biggest influence when you started training judo?
My dad was my big influence.
Was he a judo
Yeah, he's
competitor
a
as
judo.
well?
He put him in the martial arts. He's a very smart guy. And he competes a lot. And actually, he's gonna compete the words judo master words
Sick.
in Vegas.
What age is he?
He's like 58.
Still going.
Yeah.
Did Callum have to shape up to him when he met him? Was he like,
Yeah, man.
He's very skinny.
Callum was showing him his Peter Yantra. Look at this, lad.
Do you know
Nah, but my trick now be 1-2 down the pipe.
Yeah.
Hope for the best, eh?
Thanks for coming.
Hope for the
Anything
best.
after that, then you're a goose.
Yeah.
But he was your biggest influence. He brought you to the gym from young.
Oh yeah.
Do you know
Being
what?
He
training.
loves
and-
it though. He loves the fight.
Yeah, that's class.
Even the boxing, the man's like my biggest
Oh yeah,
fan.
he's the Callum's biggest fan.
That's what he loves it though. Yeah, he loves the
That's
fight.
class.
I have a little
They,
girl.
they,
which I'd
they actually
be for.
watched Callum's fight in New York
Yeah.
when I fought.
Oh, they came up to it?
They came,
Yeah.
yeah, because they were in New York for her, yeah.
Mhm, in the
Because we fought the same week, sure.
Yeah.
I fought
Saturday.
Thursday, she fought Saturday, and it matched together,
Decent.
both of us.
Both of you met in Square
Yeah.
Garden.
But she
That
fought
is
in the big
class.
one, right? But like, whatever.
Whatever.
You fought in the side one.
I fought in there, yeah.
Leave her off.
Yeah, I fought out the front. I fought outside the
You
door.
fought some taxi driver outside.
Yeah, I fought for that match square, right there. Out the front.
I fought near Madison Square Garden.
I fought around her,
Yeah, I
yeah.
can see it.
But no, I have a little girl, she's 3, and I'd be always hoping that she gets into martial arts as well. I'd be teaching her guillotines and shit now. She knows how to do a few bits.
But I think they all should. They all need to learn.
100%. It's
Yeah,
Even
great.
if you
course.
don't take it on as a career, they should know
Yeah,
it.
everyone should do
Yeah,
it.
Definitely.
Especially these days.
So
no?
important.
Yeah.
Especially when you know about yourself, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure, like.
Could have something like Jay coming
But
towards
you
us
know what I was
someday with
thinking
this.
there now?
Game
I
over.
was
Like.
thinking, boy, if we ever have a Sparring, like, if we ever throw it on all the young
Yeah.
fella, I'm gonna have a project.
Oh,
Oh,
that is truly.
that's like.
That's the goal, though, isn't it? Call him just Callum Jr. and just have him
Callum
smash
I
it.
can't say that 30% no.
You have to.
I was Callum Jr. boy.
You have to. CJ.
Callum Junior boy. That'd be
Oh my
I was calling boy Junior.
yeah.
Callum boy.
BJ.
Ollie boy. No, big. I'd call it something that meant
Yeah.
something you have to make your
Lightning.
fighter's name. Like,
Ah.
Callum Walsh Jr.
Yeah.
She goes,
Cal.
No.
She goes, has to be Ricci, babe. Nah, Callum Walsh Jr.
Yeah.
And then the other one would be Callum Walsh, the third.
Oh, that'd
Then
be class.
Callum was.
Yeah, Callum Walsh Walsh.
Keep
His
going.
first name Callum Walsh. Callum Walsh Ricci. His first name Callum Walsh. Nah, but man, that'd be some project though.
That'd be sick,
Like
yeah.
with her, and then me, like even I'd be the worst father, man.
The only thing then,
But the
though,
worst
you'd
father.
I'll be the worst
you'd
one.
be that dad when they ring you from the school being like, look,
You'll be
Oh.
so mean though to the kid.
Callum Walsh is after getting in a fight there today.
Which one is
Like,
it?
Did you win? Yeah, did you win?
No, but I'd be the worst, but I'd be showing up to the school and they'd be saying, oh, you're young for this boy. I say, I don't care,
It's
but
Callum Walsh.
that's King Walsh, Callum Walsh, Callum
I'll
Walsh.
set him on you next. I'll set him on you, teacher.
No, but like I'd just be scrapping boys at school and it's I'd be the worst.
Students.
Kids.
Oh my God.
Old man, you know, they'd be just like saying shit and he's just like, go ahead. They're young fellas. Like,
Hopefully
Yeah,
he's low enough.
Leave them sorted out themselves.
but sure, when you think of it, mate,
That's the trouble.
I'd
with
probably
kids.
be young, like,
Yeah.
I'd probably be still young enough.
Be young full of pig
Yeah.
40.
She's 29, like.
Yeah.
I'd be thinking that, right? She's 29, like.
Yeah.
What did your dad think about you going to MMA? Because if he was in judo, like, was he a bit like,
No,
What's the
they always
MMA?
support me. Always.
and how old were you when you went to MMA?
18.
So she was fighting in Japan, man.
Yeah, I was like.
Oh, yeah? In
Fighting like
MMA?
3 times a day, by whatever.
That's sick.
Was that good?
Yeah, it was nice though.
How did you get that opportunity?
From my Muay Thai gym in Brazil.
Oh, sick.
They invited me to go. Yeah, it was.
So you fought Muay Thai in Japan or MMA?
It was like a mix. It was a sambo gi.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, team versus team. You fought no weight class. You
Fuck.
you fight until you lose. Like so, you go. If you win, you stay and get a fresh one.
That's class.
Wow.
Crazy.
And the
I
Japanese crowd are
three-
funny, aren't they?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Man.
And you
That's
can
all the Japanese
do
do.
3
Yeah,
points, or you can win by submissions or knockout.
Wow.
Sumo in the
sounds
sumo
like-
arena.
In the sumo arena? This, I'd love to wear one of those underpants. Just for the laugh.
Fight a fella.
Fight a fella in them, yeah. You might be running away from you.
Imagine you just fought a fella and you win, you think that's the job. No, next thing another fella comes in, you're thinking, no. Sick
Imagine how
of
many
it.
Yeah.
fights do you think you would get through, like?
the only thing I've ever done was a 4-man tournament, all right, in Thailand. Fought an Albanian fella in the semi, and then I was fighting the Thai in the final, and the Thai was 6'3". I never saw a 6'3" Thai in my life.
Wow.
It was the biggest baiting I ever got. Yeah. I was sitting next to him. Do you know, like in Thailand, there's no change rooms. Nothing like. I was sitting next to him waiting to be called out. I remember just looking at him like, and he was looking at me, and I was like, right, bye. And he was just like staring at me. I was like, fuck's sake. I would have gave him my best shot though.
Can't boys give you a battle.
That's all you can do.
We want to actually go over there to Thailand, right? December, maybe.
Bang Toe or something.
Go for a month or something.
Where'd you go to, like Phuket, Bang Toe?
I know Coach Wright in Tiger and John Boy.
Oh, John Boy, yeah. John Boy's a legend. I knew Mad Mahalli's a fella who lives out there from Cork, from the north side. He sponsors John, but John was always in Australia when I was there. I always missed him, but he's doing well, boy. In Tiger, yeah. He was there still back then, but I think he was still competing back then, like,
No, we're definitely going.
Be some laugh, right?
That'd be lit.
That'd be unreal. The food is unbelievable.
Yeah.
The people
I
are
love Thai
unbelievable.
food. So good.
He wants to go with you.
I want to go there as well.
Let's go, okay.
Ten at the end of the day.
Jake's there at my shoulders.
Happy forever. Usually must be trying to say, I'm stiff as
The lady boys should be saying, he's grand. He's not. That's not a man.
Nah.
But there's no. You'd be looking at my thing. There's no.
Some of them lady boys strike me down if I'm lying. Some of them that find things. I'll be real. It's on the podcast. It's online. No. Some of them, penis aside and everything, just visuals. They're grand.
Did you ever see the video? And the man's like, oh yeah. She's like, no, I'm a lady boy. And he's like, no,
fuck yeah.
He's like, no, you're beautiful. He's like, no. They admit it. Like, oh.
Yeah, they have to tell you, like, as an old
I don't know if they have to tell you, but
they don't want to surprise you.
They're not like trying to pretend like they're women.
Oh no, they know the score.
But like,
here, realistically.
Fiver, like.
Oh my god.
Chicken roll. For the sake of a fiver. I spent more.
I've blown 5 beans on worse
things.
things.
You shouldn't have told him you were going to Thailand.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be there.
Going by yourself.
He's gonna be doing massage every day.
Every day. They'll be getting rid of him.
What?
I'll be passing you walking out.
I'll be fucking talking. That'd be bad for that. That should be bad for that.
The boy's back again.
Pull clean up.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She doesn't know. That's the best thing. She doesn't have a clue. That's the best thing.
Do you find it hard, the Cork accent? Do you find it hard to
But when you
understand?
talk it out,
Sometimes I will be talking in tongues because, you know, we can't say something. They put
Yeah, I can't
that's the best thing.
So fast.
When me and Callum were in America for a few months, if we were trying to say stuff and we didn't want people to know, the Americans, what we were saying, all you do is just mixing it, mumble jumble in the middle. I'm like, oh yeah, they see that, but the thing there, but you know, your man there over the left, you know, and then we know the score, but then we give them oh my god, but half is not.
You just mix a few, but between your actual words.
Yeah, or else just pull the wire up and they don't have a clue. Pull the wire up and say, pull the wire up and say, yeah, we smile the wave.
We can do that to ourselves for now.
Yeah,
Come here, there's some amount of Brazilians living in Cork now. Everywhere I go, I see Brazilians.
Everywhere.
Oh, so what about her friend?
Yeah, my friend.
Yeah,
what's the odds of that?
Tell him.
Yeah.
I'll tell him because you're not going to tell him probably.
My best friend lives here though.
See, I told her she wouldn't tell about it. Her best friend that she grew up with in Brazil.
Childhood
Lives
friend.
in Wilton.
Stop.
And when she came to Cork, she came to Cork with Callum in December and was like, oh my god, my friend's here.
Her friend was like, here, I'm living in Wilton, but you in Cork.
That is fucking
That's
crazy. I'll be thrown around Abrigado everywhere I go now. Abrigado.
They're everywhere, but it's weird.
And their sound, though, to be fair.
No, but we were walking Cork City and I hear Brazilians all the time.
Yeah, there's a lot.
The most immigrants now are Brazilians.
Yeah, apparently. There's actually loads of black belts living here now as well. Loads of BJJ black belts, yeah.
How's the jiu-jitsu here?
It's good, like there's a lot of gyms open now. So I wouldn't say the standard is, you know, very high.
Not Brazil level, like.
All the Brazilians come over, we'll be tipping away.
That's it, like, yeah, it's great.
That's the only thing to go for now. Different, like, you know what I mean? They'll be bringing different, like, things that they bring a bit of jiu-jitsu with them. Or you wouldn't mind them coming in to bring some with them. You wouldn't mind them coming over.
Bring some.
Oh, boys, no, ACE.
I've never tried that.
Really?
I don't know
there's
no
kid, there's one.
No, but you need to try the best
There's one over there that her coach owns.
In Brazil?
Shop. No,
in Ventura.
It
comes from Brazil.
Her coach owns a gaff by. Oh my.
But it's just a smoothie, is it? With bananas on top.
Like ice cream, like, isn't it?
This is like it's like fruit, like ice cream or something. I don't even know.
Oh.
But it's
But
like,
if you see, like, if you
no, it's like yogurt kind of, right? And they put oats in it. It's like
he's butchering
like
the national dish of
yogurt,
and they put a lot of fruit and oats and shit, and they put in honey and peanut butter. The peanut butter. Kid, I go into the shop and get one last week.
Yeah, it's the biggest one.
Do you know what? No, I'm gonna give an inside fucking comment as well. I've never seen someone mangle ice cream more than Callum Walsh.
Do you know
No, he actually blew away one day. No, he's a bottomless paste for
I can eat unlimited ice cream.
No,
yeah,
unlimited.
but we compete who eats more ice cream.
Me.
Like Ben and Jerry's tub, like, not a bother, chat.
No, but this fella would no, he'd mangle. No, you eat ice cream that gets sick after a while. I remember one time we went and got an ice cream. It's the best ice cream in the world. It's called a chocolate devotion.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, it's the best one.
We get it.
No, it's in America. I'm obsessed.
Yeah, it's so good.
Since me and you got it, I was like, I'm not getting it until we get it again. And
Oh, 2 years.
I fucking met her then. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm bringing it for ice cream.
It's called Stone Cold Creamery. We used to go there all the time. It's a chocolate devotion, right?
No,
Big,
so nice.
massive chocolate
But you
ice
say
cream.
no to chocolate chips.
No chocolate, but it's brownies, ice cream and brownies. And here's me, like, I'm kind of doing mine. We're walking and talking. I'm kind of getting through my ice cream. Like, this thing now is like massive.
Yeah, it's big.
I'm about halfway through, but I'm like, I look at him. I'm like, I feel a bit sick, but I look at him. Gone. And the worst thing is to looking at mine like that. And now he was there like, sick. I was like, do you want to get that? I went, he's off. And I was like, you're sick.
So
man.
good though.
I can eat so much.
He can put away so much.
How big are we talking? Like, a kilo of ice cream?
No, I reckon you could do a competition by it. You should, after a
we
fight
should.
sometime for the
I
crack.
could talk away.
We should do that for a YouTube video by ice cream eating
I could
competition.
talk away someone's ice cream.
You definitely could.
We want to do acai competition.
Yeah, I say I could talk, but I don't know.
That's
Is there good essay in Cork anywhere?
I haven't even tried it, but I wouldn't even chance it.
He's too used to the good stuff.
Do you know what's decent from Brazil? Do you ever eat feijoada? You definitely
What is
know.
that? What is that again?
Feijoada.
It's like pork.
Oh
rice.
yeah. It's like that fucking soup yolk, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
decent.
we
Yeah,
ordered. You
we
had
ordered
it.
Yeah, it's like a soup.
Yeah.
It looks like a fucking witch's cauldron, but it came out, I swear to God, but it came out. I was like, oh no, man.
Not a whole.
A lot of it's floating around in it.
Oh, he
I
likes
was
his
like,
stroganoff.
I'll leave it off. Yeah,
Yeah,
Stroganoff.
Stroganoff,
Yeah.
What's that?
Beef stroganoff.
Oh, beef stroganoff. Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice, right? But there was these cheese balls. Like,
Oh yeah.
all from Brazil. There was these-
That was some setup there. Cheese balls.
I was thinking, where's he going with this one? I never had a
It
cheese
was
ball.
like fucking like this bread by with like cheese in it or something. Like.
A cheese ball.
Yeah, it's a
Bread with cheese, it's a cheese
It's a
ball.
cheese sandwich, just called, I think.
Man's trying to get pure intricate with a cheese ball.
No, but some of them had like meat and stuff in the pie. It was like, they weren't meat.
Oh, they're flat. They're flat things.
No.
They're like a ball.
Oh,
You've been in there for too long, boy.
I'm sweating.
Yeah.
Kid, I'm actually the jocks are so
needs
keen.
to
So
buy new
We're in there about
Yeah.
an hour.
I have to
We're in there
go
about.
back down to the casino.
I know, I football today. Like we're cutting it
What time
here.
is it?
20 past.
What time is it?
20 past. Quarter past 7.
I will wrap it up.
Alright, wrap it
Yeah.
up. Wrap it up.
By the back of my knees are
Because I
so.
won a grand in casino.
Yes,
Back on
go
my
back and
This
get
is what
more.
happened, right? I won 1,074 in the casino and I must go down and put that 74 back in.
You can't walk away with 74 change.
No.
You have to rebet it. You have to.
So we're going back down to 74 now.
Bank casino, so we're on
So I
call.
brought the 150 up to 1,074.
Yeah, we were sweating.
Just
that well.
roulette.
And
We
the
are
more he was winning,
grinding.
the more he was winning, the more I started saying we. I was in there with him. We're out for some win here. He's looking at the side of his eye.
We're
I'm in here. Put it on red button if it wins, but we're out for something big.
We this, we that.
First it was you. I put a
Were you
tenner in
playing
last
as well? Were you playing as well, Tabatha? Just saying.
No. Just supporting.
She's too switched
Yeah.
on.
She'd be snapping because I'm addicted to roulette, but she'd
Yeah.
be snapping.
And
Oh, last one, let's go. He's like, no.
Keep
Yeah,
going.
one
Would you
more.
play blackjack? Do you ever play blackjack?
No, I don't really get into the
Because
blackjack.
Dane is big into that, isn't he?
Yeah, but I'm going to get into blackjack. We're going to Vegas for international fight.
You'd have to go with Dana gambling. That's the dream.
Yeah.
I love watching gambling. I always watch the live streams.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
But Dana has the right mindset. But he goes in, boom, wins out. You know what I mean?
Never
He
mind the
like,
right
say,
mindset.
say like he wants. This is what I heard. I don't know because I don't be with him obviously. Like, but what I heard is saying he wants to win 30 grand. He'll just boom, one hand 30 grand. He hits,
Right.
boom, he's gone.
Yeah, he won't
Goes
stay
with
there
the
from the
goal.
chase it.
Like,
He wouldn't be going back to betting his 74 quid.
that's what I heard. Anyway. But I know some boys have said that they seen him go down to Swanee like so.
Yeah.
And be trying to get.
I
it
heard
back
him say he
from-
lost 10 million one night or something. Or something, or 3
something
million, something crazy, yeah.
I seen it, yeah. He was like, oh, they were drinking or whatever, and he went back and he
That's
called his
it.
man and was like, oh, I'll give you the 80 grand there that I owe or whatever. And I was like, 80 grand? You're down 3 million or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But then he said he went back in the next night, like
Yeah.
sober and
Grinded it
fucking
out.
went back.
But that's the thing about gambling though. Once you have the funds, you can grind it out.
Well, that's the whole argument.
Once you
Like,
have the because we were down, I was down 600 quid a while ago. But I had the funds to keep going, and we got it back up to 1,000 or whatever. But like some boys, obviously, like you lose a couple times, you're like, fuck, you're gone.
Yeah.
Once you have the funds, because that's what they say about in gambling, there's winners and quitters.
Winners and quitters.
Winners and quitters.
But
If you have the funds, you're going to get a run eventually. Like, because on the roulette though, like you'll get a run eventually. Like you'll hit a few in a row. Like, and then once you do that, you must go.
Yeah.
But like you hit a few last in between. But if you have the funds, you keep going.
Well, you've 74 quid there now to turn into a few grand before you head back.
that's one bet now, we're good done.
Year money, is it?
I hear me already, we're done.
I'm just going to go in and throw it on black, and if it comes in, boom, hit it, keep going, build it up then again.
We've been there for days.
I need 100 quid though. Because you need 100 quid to do that bet that we're doing. We were doing 100, because the max you can do is 100 down there.
The max bet on a colour,
Just the one down
on
home.
anything, you can just do 100.
This is like an automated machine.
Yeah, well, I need 100 quid in.
We wrap it up, so
one more question
one
before
more,
you go.
send them away.
When it's all said and done, and you can both answer this one as well, what do you want to be remembered for?
Fighting anybody and anyone, anywhere. I just want to be known as a fella that was just fight and just tough it out, you know what I mean? Just be a fighter, you know what I mean? I don't want to go down as a fella like, he avoided this fella, or he's undefeated, but he went this way, or I want to be like this fella, no, just fought anyone, anywhere, whether he won or lost. You go to this fella's fights because you're getting a fight, you know what I mean? And he's going to fight anyone, so.
Be remembered for that, kid.
Yeah, just for a fella that would just fight, you know what I mean?
What would you have that?
I want to be inspiration for the girls, little girls, kids that coming up and they had a dream and, you know, has a goal when once you fight, like, show that I can do it, be a champ, defend my title, be a legendary, remember, and the little kids can inspire me.
I'd say you're going to be inspiring my little girl to kick my leg now when I show her that video.
I can't take him serious,
You know, the second you answered, he was like that, laugh, looking and staring at me to try and get me to laugh.
Why are you laughing?
No, we just
they were trying to wind you up.
Not
but that's a great
laughing at you,
answer,
like,
and it's
laughing
a
at
beautiful
you.
reason. It's a beautiful reason
that
to be
is a
doing
good
it.
But even now,
too.
again, since you kicked my leg, seriously, I like, you know, you see the men fight, the women fight, that's all, but like the power off of that thing. Why is that not even messing? No.
She gave you a little flick. Like.
No, I shit the course.
Like, yeah.
But what's I'm saying? I could tell if she went hard on that thing, cooked. I'm cooked, like. Go on, man. Walking around the place, cooking dinner and everything, and I'm cooked.
The thing about leg kicks would have you cooked, right?
No, they're a beast. You're a beast, and it's frightening.
Yeah,
But
come on, we've
look,
seen before.
yeah.
Thanks for the podcast.
Yeah,
thanks.
It
Let's
was
wrap
great
it up.
speaking to you. Best of luck in the casino,
Yeah.
and whenever you're back, we get some.
no, best look in the next fight. You see, no,
we were in. Oh, listen to this before we finish up. We went into the church a while ago, and Tender Boy came in. She's laughing at me. I lit a candle and goes, I wish I went big in the casino.
Yeah, here's a.
The candle didn't light up.
The candle wouldn't light. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Was this before you won now or after?
Before.
She's asked me since December to take her in the church, and I kept telling her she closed.
It's closed. Some church that one in there. What did you think of the church?
I love the church.
So
So
Did
beautiful.
you go to cathedral?
I
to
can't
Cove?
believe he didn't bought me there before.
Yeah.
50 cents to light a candle. I
Yeah.
got three
Even
for
nice.
free. I got
Was it
three
the
for
one you
free.
pressed? Was it the one you pressed? The
You
button?
have to light it yourself.
What?
It says 50 cent donation. Like I lit 3 of them for free.
Do they have churches like that in Brazil?
I need that 150 for
Nothing
free.
like that.
Exactly. Yeah, I need a card.
That was mad though, yeah. But honestly, I hope I win big in the casino, and I couldn't light the candle.
That's because it's not. It
Just
doesn't
one
want
way.
you to bet. Wish
Whatever.
for that
Then I just did.
Thank God you didn't pay
just
for
did
it, so.
I just did a normal one. Then I lit it up right.
Yeah.
But
Right.
yeah.
But look, when you're back, we get some training again if you have time.
Oh,
Sure,
yeah.
he's in fight
Training
camp.
shit.
Yeah,
You'll be in fight camp. You'll be fight week. So
Yeah, but we'll just hang on for a while, like.
yeah,
Once-
yeah.
after
we'll
that
get some
fight, I'll
training.
hang out.
Yeah, you'll stay home for a while.
2 weeks or whatever, you know. 'cause
Yeah.
I'll have to
I'll
have
block
a
the leg
after
kick next time. No, not going to take him anymore.
I'll start conditioning myself. No.
that. I actually
He
started
can
doing
kick
small
you
bit,
now.
right?
though.
Yeah.
That's the
do
thing.
it.
The only way you can condition is just by getting kicked.
100%.
I do a small bit right, but telling the boys kick me and they're just laughing at me. But toughen
Fuck
up.
it.
That's
Like,
it.
oh,
Kick.
kick
Why
me.
is that? Oh, like them things are scary.
Here, and my jocks just holding mine getting out there.
Thanks for listening,
Thanks,
everyone.
everyone.
Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
See you next week.
Back next week.
Callum, thanks Tabatha.